I want to welcome you to this concert tonight. Lance Benson, I listened to him warm up, and I think we're in for a real treat. Now, we have masks if you, at the back if you want to wear them. I'm going to continue to wear mine, but it's not mandatory, but let's keep each other safe. And there's a donation box and CDs. So here is, we're going to be a trustful people. If you want to purchase a CD, they're $5?
Yeah.
Just drop the $5 in the box and take a CD. So, and we know that you all will do that. So I want to welcome Lance and for an evening of excitement and music.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Michael, for the warm introduction. Well, I'm so glad to be back. I played outside here a couple years ago, and just awesome that we could come inside today. And I'm just going to get started and warm up a little bit. So thanks for coming. Appreciate you being here. I'm always up for a good conversation, I'm always down for that. Start a little fire, grab a couple cold ones, put on my listening hat. Talk about weather, talk about work and the love in our life. You try to make a long story short with a tear in your eye. I'll grab a couple more, turn on a couple songs. You can make a short story long, yeah. Short story long. Things are moving so fast, we never take time to catch up on life. We're either chasing it or it's chasing us, and the years go by. Talk about weather, talk about work and the love in our life. You try to make a long story short with a tear in your eye. I'll grab a couple more, let's play a few songs. Make short stories long time coming, we're always running. It's nice to see you, friend. This takes me back to when we're kids. You've made me who I am. I'll call you up for our next conversation. I know you're down for that. Your place or mine, it really won't matter. Pick up where we left. Talk about weather, talk about work and the secret to life. You try to make a long story short, I got a lot on my mind. Grab a couple more, turn on a couple songs. I'll make a short story long. Short story long. Thank you. Thank you so much. Does it sound okay out there? Not too loud, not too soft? Right on. Thank you. If anything sounds weird, just give me this and we'll go with it. So, if you give me this, I'll just assume it says turn down. I'll tell you a story about my grandpa. I called him Papa. I miss him so much. He's been gone for a while now, but my wife and I were talking about him today, and growing up as a kid, I spent so much time out at their lake home and working on the farm and helping out with everything. And one day my grandpa called me, and he called me Lancer a lot. Lancer, you got to get out here. I need your boat moved out of the barn. And I said, I'm on my way. No, I'm on my way. And I get out there, and my boat is magically had been moved out of the barn. Trailer and everything, and he was all by himself. So I'm trying to figure this out. So I walk up by my boat, and here's this huge scratch and dent across the whole entire back of the thing. And I said, Papa, what happened here? And he said, I don't know. I don't know what happened. And we continued on with this Kubota tractor, and we were moving things, this and that. About a half hour later, he admitted to me, he's like, Lance, I think Papa knows what happened to your boat. And I said, what's that? He's like, I think Papa may have hooked the Kubota to it to pull it out of the barn. And I never could fix it. And to this day, there's still this huge scratch across the whole thing. But my Papa taught me so much about life and love and how to hook a trailer on and how to fish. And I mean, it goes on and on and on. And you know, you could give me $1 billion or just give me my grandpa back. You know what I mean? I want my grandpa back, and I miss him so much. So I write about him quite a bit, and this is a song I wrote about him a few years back. It's called "Think About You." Each morning I start my day, coffee strong like you would have made. Hit my day hard too, in search of something in everything that leads me to you. Even when the wind blows, when it rains or snows, when the sun shines, I think about you. You're never off my mind, there's always time to think about you. Oh, 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 oh. Remember way back when we'd go walking, talking like children, and simple days gone by. You'd make them beautiful with just the look in your eyes. When the birds are singing, when music's playing, I think about you. You're never far from dreams. I do believe I'm always thinking about you. Oh, 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 oh. You're always with me and always will be. I'll let your light shine through. When the storms are raging, I know it's you that saves me and helps me through. So take me back to that day where you were laughing, dancing like crazy, and everything that you are. Too much of you is never enough at all. When the birds are singing, when music's playing, I think about you. I just press rewind, I do it all the time when I'm thinking about you. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I have a lot of other stories. Maybe we'll come back to some of those fun stories with Papa. We're going to tune just a minute. This is a fun song I wrote. It's, gosh darn it, you know, songwriting is a funny thing. I've never figured it out. Even though you write songs, you just don't know where to begin sometimes, or where it happened, and where the inspiration came from, and what took place. But my wife asked me one morning if I wanted to go for a walk with our dogs, and we do that all the time. And I said no for like the first time ever, and I just felt like I had to write. It was like a moment I had to write right now. 45 minutes later, she came back and the song was done, and I just felt like whoever controls songs just said, you can give them that one, and they let me have the song. And I'm a big believer in doing what makes you happy. If you do something that makes you happy, do more of it. And I find that it makes you feel comfortable, it makes you feel at home, and that's what this song is called. It's called Home. So do more that fills you up, and the world just becomes a very beautiful place, I think. We're indoors. That's being bad. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. There it is. fix this. We're going to fix this. We're going to fix this. I wish I was a comedian some days of the week. I'm not, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. But anyway, songwriting is always a mystery to me. And this is the only song I've written in 25 years where I didn't change anything from the moment it was written. I didn't change one thing. And that's never happened since. Everyone I know has got a story in between the beginnings, and what we choose becomes moments, makes a stamp of where you've been. I just realized something. I'm in the wrong key. It happens. It happens. So it's gonna sound way better, I promise. I can feel it. It sounds a lot better. It's the little things in life, ladies and gentlemen. It's like a campfire sitting with your best friend, or after you've cut grass, that smell in the air, or just like finishing, you wrote a song. Feels like home. Everyone I know has got a story in between the beginnings, and what we choose becomes moments, makes a stamp of where you've been. With the wind becomes emotion, changing with the breeze. And sometimes I don't know how to do this, then I fall like rain. I know, you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I know, you know, it's just the way that I'm made. But I feel at home. Whatever makes you fly, whatever feels alright, whatever keeps you loving, into the moonlit sky when I feel alive, and I find that trail that leads us home, leads us home. It feels brand new when something's changing, all the while remember when life is just a game we're playing. It's all about the win. I know, you know, I can fall like a leaf. I know, you know, it's the way I'm supposed to be. 'Cause I feel right at home. Whatever makes you fly, whatever feels alright, whatever keeps you loving, into the morning light where you feel alive, and you find that place that feels at home. Then you're home. Please let these moments treat you well. Please let these moments treat you well. Whatever makes you fly, whatever dance you try, whatever keeps you honest, into a brand new day, let's take this all the way and find that place that feels at home, feels at home, yeah.
Thank you very
How was everybody? Good? Everybody have a good summer? It's been hot. I'm gonna try something kind of brand new. Every day turning on the radio, it's just a lot. And I'll leave it at that. But it is. And I find myself turning it off a lot and just listening to silence or finding something else to focus on. And I was thinking about that. I had a 2-hour drive or maybe a little more back from Brainerd a few weeks back. And I was just kind of humming in my head and thinking about life and everything in between. And I was thinking about, like, where do I lean? And it's my wife. We have this coffee time that we talk, and we just get to talk to each other and tell each other what's going on in your day. And you have reception and conversation and how important that is. And so I started to write this song on my way home from Brainerd. And by the time I got home, I had most of the lyrics to kind of throw on guitar, and it worked out. And this song is called Left Feels Right. And we'll give it a go, see if it works out. Each day feels like a roller coaster, and I'm trying so hard to hang on. Each turn keeps winding faster, slow it down so I can step off. But then I see you walk into me, tell me everything is alright. In a world that's so confusing, you're the good that is left that feels right. The good that is left that feels right. Sometimes feels like I'm falling apart, and it feels like I'm breaking down. Let go of fear and worry, but they find their way back somehow. But then I see you walk into me with that look that I love in your eyes. In a world that has me dizzy, you're the good that is left that feels right. The good that is left that feels right. There's beauty around every corner. It's in the eye of the holder. Sometimes I lose my way, I fall down. But then I see you walk into me, put your arms around me so tight. In a world that's letting go, you're the good that is left that feels right. The good that is left that feels right. The good that is left that feels right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Us songwriters have like our favorite songs. There's a couple songwriters in the room tonight, don't we? We have our go-tos, that we just love. And I was, gosh darn it, I was in a little cafe. This is many years back, and I was just having breakfast. I was on my way home from touring and doing some shows. And this couple was having this conversation just behind me, but it was very loud. I was not eavesdropping at all, I promise. It was so loud, and they had a lot of one-liners, and as songwriters, we're like, pen and paper, please, And so I was writing down on a napkin all these one-liners that they kept saying, and I put it in my back pocket, and I lost track of it for a couple of weeks. I went to do laundry or something, and it fell out on the floor, and I started writing the song, and it's just a song called Something, and the reason I wrote it is because he kept saying, it's always something, And it really is, right? You know, in life, there is something always to fix or chase or whatever. And yeah, I was just loving it. And his wife was like consoling him. I'm not kidding, like telling him something always comes on time, darling. And I'm like pen and paper, writing this all down. And this little song came out of it. So just a fun little song, but it's my go-to little ditty. It's called Something. Taking back a topic of conversation, taking back a moment in time. What we hear is better than what we're saying. If we open up our mind, something is better than nothing. Something's a song that we sing. Something is all I've ever wanted. I'm learning that something can be everything. Just looking at you, looking at me. These are the stories of our life. To hear that little bird sing takes me back in time. Something is what we're waiting for. Something always comes in time. Something always holds the questions. When searching for the answer, there's something you might find. No more hold on you. Something always shines on through. And anything will never hold on to what you dream, because anything could never be something. To find out what you're searching, searching always comes in stride. To find out what you're feeling, what it feels to be alive. Something always is beautiful. Something sometimes makes me cry. Something's playing on the radio, and something will always be our life. Our life. Thank you. I appreciate that. During the pandemic, I wrote more songs, I think, than I ever have other years, just because you were kind of forced to stay home and I was just being creative and as much as possible. And I was just playing this little ditty one afternoon in the living room, and my wife said, "What is that?" And I'm like, "I don't know, I'm just making it up." And she said, "Well, you should chase that." And I like that. And so I just kind of kept working at it, and it was kind of right when everything was getting kind of crazy. And I just wrote a song about hold on, from like the view of like the man in the moon, you know? If you could think about what the man in the moon was watching, you know, I don't know what he would see, but I wanted to write about it, so that's where the song came into play, and it's called Hold On. Between this bed and everything, I feel like it's falling apart. We're no one without anybody. It's everyone that builds us up. So hold on, hold on. There's gonna be a better day. Hold on, hold on. It's okay to be afraid. Feels like the sky is falling. It's pulling on the stars. The man in the moon is trying to keep it from falling at all. He's trying to hold on, hold on. We gotta love one another while we got one another, 'cause it feels so good to love with one another. When we have each other, that can be enough. Hold on, hold on. There's gonna be brighter days. Hold on to each other when you are afraid. Feels like the sky is falling, pulling on the stars. The man in the moon is crying, but he's trying with all his heart. He's trying to hold on, hold on. Day without a dollar, the sunset feels so free. Hiding in the shadow is a little bit of hope, but uncertainty. Hold on, tomorrow's a brand new day. Hold on, it's all gonna be okay. Soon we'll be singing, free falling, and gazing at the stars. And the man in the moon is smiling, and he's dancing in the clouds. Hold on, hold on. Thank you. Everybody still okay? Just checking in. I was talking to my brother on the phone about a month and a half ago, and he was talking about looking for property and maybe buying a lot to build on. Kind of an exciting time, you know, and they have a lovely home, him and his wife, right now. But he said, "It's not my forever home, Lance. This is just temporary." And that kind of struck a nerve with me as a songwriter, you know, that forever home. And the next day I was talking to someone else, and they were telling me about their house, and they said, "Lance, it's not our forever home." And okay, I said, I took the signs. I'm like, okay. And then the next day, I'm not kidding, the next person said, "Yeah, this isn't forever home. This is just temporary." I said, I get it. I'll go right. But I started to kind of journal what I would write about and how the story could go. And, you know, I think that falling in love is probably one of the coolest things you can do in life. And whether that be a partner, a friend, whatever that may be. And anyway, I started to write this song, and I had so much fun writing it. And it's called Forever Home. Young in love, starting out, moving in our first apartment to a room downtown on the first floor. The streetlight shines in all night long, can hear the neighbor down the hall. The train shakes the walls around 4. But I wouldn't want this any other way. With you by my side, all I can say, home is where the heart is, and mine is yours. You're sweet as the sweetest sweet tea. Build memories and stories, we'll share all our life, enjoying this journey. Each day is a stepping stone to our forever home. years in loving, we're all about moving in our first house. 3 bedrooms, small yard, it's got 2 floors. But the roof is leaking and the floors are creaking. We're learning how to do some fixing. But man, they know us well at the hardware store. But I wouldn't want this any other way. With you by my side, all I can say, home is where the heart is, and mine is yours. You're sweet as the sweetest sweet tea. Build memories and stories we'll share all our life, enjoying the journey. Each day is a stepping stone to our forever home. You've made each house feel like home as we bought and we sold, raised a daughter and raised a son. There's been more laughter than tears through all of the years, and darling, you are my only one. 60 years in love and we're slowing down, but we live out in the country now. Grandkid photos hang on the walls. Been looking at these photographs, reminds me life's gone by so fast, and time for a new family to fill these halls. I wouldn't want this any other way. With you by my side, all I will say, home is where the heart is, and mine is yours. You're sweet as the sweetest sweet tea. Built memories and stories we've shared all our life, enjoying the journey. Each day has been a stepping stone, and I know that you've always known that you're my forever home. Thank you so kindly. I'm so glad. You're so attentive. This is nice. This is so nice. Each winter I've been doing this little trip to Itasca for about maybe five years now, and it's kind of a fun little trip I take. I rent a little space for 3-4 days, sometimes 2, and it's a birthday present from my wife, and I get to just go write and just turn off my phone and no TV, just kind of turn everything off for a minute, and it's turned into a dream come true. The first year I did it, I just thought it would be my first time, and it would be like a one and done, but now it's become a little annual trip, and I love it. And I wrote this song just, 2020, it was January 2020. I just think being kind is such a wonderful thing, and it doesn't take much energy. And my papa taught me a lot about kindness and helping people, and he was the guy that would go plow people after a snowstorm for free, and he just loved it. And so he liked to do acts of kindness, and my whole family is like that, and my mom and my dad and everybody. It's been nice to be around growing up, and so this song was kind of inspired by that. It's just to be kind to each other, and it just goes for miles, and pass it on to the next person. And I believe we have such a beautiful world, and it takes all of us to kind of make that happen. We're all snowflakes that make this really big pile, and we're strong together. Weird analogy, I get it, I understand. But anyway, the song is called Beautiful World. foot in front of the other. Take each step with each other. Look around and see the sounds in the air. Moving so fast we get caught up in actions. We're moving so fast we don't know what we're passing. Moving so fast we don't know that we're moving sometimes. Things happen for reasons. We're changing of seasons and how the years grow old. Picking up pieces, the way that I see this is I am not alone. There's a first time for everything. Nothing is set in stone. Good things always come in good time. It's all that I've ever known. I'll weather the weather, I'll take a deep breath. I want to make a change in this beautiful world. Beautiful world. Sometimes a moment will shatter. It's what we do next that matters. Only when it rains, it feels like it pours. We're thinking so fast we don't know what we're dreaming. We're thinking so fast we don't know what we're feeling. Thinking so fast we don't know what we're thinking sometimes. Things happen for reasons. I know I believe that actions speak louder than words. Be kind to each other from one to another and pay it forward. There's a first time for everything, 'cause nothing is set in stone. Good things always come in good time. It's all that I've ever known. So weather the weather and take a deep breath, and you can make a change in this beautiful world. Put one foot in front of the other and take each step with each other. There's a first time for everything, and nothing is set in stone. Good things always come in good time. It's all that I've ever known. Things happen for reasons. I know I believe if even for a day. Put down our difference, let's be the difference, and we could make a change in this beautiful world. Beautiful world. Sometimes I lose my place, but I'm coming right back. Thank you for bearing with me on that one. This capo seems to have grabbed a string and it's stuck, and it's what you do next that matters. So next time I'll try better on that one. Got a few more. Thank you so much for having me tonight and hanging out and listening to me ramble. So when I met my wife, it was this like year-long saga, and we would try to connect. We'd see each other from across the room, and then we would start to walk towards each other, and all of a sudden there'd be somebody in the way, and I can't make it up. It was a true story. And then a month would go by, and we'd be like, whoa, and we'd see each other, and we didn't know each other. We could see that there was a connection, but we could never make it to the other side of the room without being distracted by someone. So this went on for, I kid you not, about a year. And I remember one night I went out with a friend to support KAXE fundraiser when they were first starting. They were just getting started. And I went with a good friend of mine. And she happened to be a girlfriend, but not a girlfriend, just a girlfriend, if that makes sense. And so my wife Charlotte thought that was my girlfriend, and so it was another thing. And it's a true story. It just went on and on and on and on and on. And so like I went home that night. I was so frustrated. Even my friend Rachel, I was driving her home, and she was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I'm never gonna get to talk to Charlotte ever." And so I had like this big pity party for myself that night, and I went home and I literally just wrote this song out of like, oh, I'm so frustrated right now. But she's sitting in a few rows back here. We're married now, and it all worked out. So happy ending, but yeah. But anyway, this is my go home, and I wanted to throw this thing out into the world. Like, I'm thinking about you. I hope you're thinking about me. And this song came out of that. It's called Think About You. It's late tonight, I'm thinking about you. I got lots of time and I'm not sure why I'm thinking about you. When we learn to grow up, have a moment that we hold on to. I'll take this moment and spend it thinking about you. I drove for miles and I hear the road under my tread, the tread that takes me to places I've never been. You shared those miles when you rode along up in my head. That's right, you caught me. I was thinking about you. You know you got a special way. Yes, you're so extraordinary, I know. You make time stand still. When I'm thinking about you. I could ask the question, but I know what the answer will be. So I will make it up, pretend, maybe just make believe. Next time I see you, I'm gonna act like a casual fool. But then later, that's right, I'll be thinking about you. And maybe my balance is off. No, I think it's right on, but I'm sure that clock has not moved. When I'm thinking about you. It's late tonight, I'm thinking about you. The sun goes down and stars comes out, that's all I do. And I'm a thinking and a hoping, and I have to believe that all this thinking about you could get you thinking about me. 'Cause I'm thinking about you. Ooh. Friends and neighbors, I appreciate that very much. Maybe do one you might recognize here. I don't do a lot of covers, but now and again, you know, I love writing so much I forget sometimes. So we're gonna let's try something here. I know I think I was in high school, and definitely high school. I went to Winnipeg Folk Festival when I was like 16. it changed my life. I mean, it just changed my life. And I quit the band I was in, came home. My mom's just doing it. Remembers that all the time. And I quit the band I was in. I came home and I started really focusing on acoustic music. And I'd heard of Simon and Garfunkel. I really had, but I'd never had heard of Simon and Garfunkel. I never really dove into it. I was doing cover band stuff with this kind of rock band. So my parents graciously said, here, you listen to this and the records and stuff, and it changed my life, for no doubt. And so we're going to go there for a minute, I think. So. Slow down, 'cause you move too fast. But you got to make the moments last, just to kicking down the cobblestones, looking for fun, feeling groovy. So bella bum 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 bum, feeling groovy. Hello lampposter, what you knowin'? To come to watch your flowers growin', but ain't you got no rhymes for me? Do 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 do, I'm feeling groovy. Bum 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 bum, feeling groovy. I got no deeds to do, no promises to keep. Dabbled and dreary and ready for sleep. Let the morning time set all its petals on me. Life, I love you, I'm feeling groovy. So bum 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 bum, feeling groovy. Thank you, brothers and sisters. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. It's so nice to hear the thunder, because I know comes rain, you know. I'm so sad I couldn't sing under the gazebo tonight, but I'm so okay with it. Bring on the rain. Bring it. Bring it. So. Just sitting outside around my campfire one night, I had written down better days. That's all I had written down on a piece of paper. It was last July, and I just knew better days were coming, and believed strongly that they were around the corner, and wanted to write it. So I just wrote a song called Better Days, just to make myself feel better. And my dog loved it, so it worked out well. She's a good supporter. When she doesn't leave the room, I know it's a good one. It's getting humid. The guitar says, I don't like it. Yeah, it does not like this tuning at all. We're going to get it though. what? We'll do something different. Yep, that's not liking this tuning at all. Yep, it does not help. I'll do this. That'll be better. We'll go here instead. Take you to a little story. I've always wanted to be a painter. True story. I tried to paint all through high school. This is something I gave everything I had, and it didn't pan out. I actually got called down to the principal's office, and they said, if you don't drop art class, you're going to not graduate. So I chose guitar as my paintbrush instead, and it feels a little better, I guess. And so I wrote this song about wanting to be a painter through the guitar. I dream of being a painter, involved with the arts. I'll paint inside all winter, outside the other months. Maybe I could be as good as Van Gogh, and I'd show my work at local art shows. Have no worries, never be rushed. I'd be so happy, me and my brush. Dream of being a trucker, gonna drive across the states, have all my meals at a roadside cafe. I'd maybe buy me a dog who would ride shotgun. I'll name him Cisco, no, I'd maybe call him Son. I'd have no worries, never be bored, me and Cisco in the open road. Dream of being a singer. I'll play my songs and I'll tour across the country and I'll share them with everyone. Maybe have a song on the radio once in a while, a sold out show. Have my road crew, no matter where we are, I'll be living. Me and my guitar. dream of being a painter. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I got one more, and I do have some CDs back there, and throw in what you can. If you just take one, if you just, it's not a big deal. So $5, whatever works. 2 for $10, heck of a deal. What's going on? And that sounds beautiful. And I'm so glad we stayed in. So I think I would have been by myself about right now out there. Or we would have been all huddled in, to the gazebo. I got an email from a friend of mine. This is probably a good 15 years ago, and the text the subject line just says, "Even if it means California," and he wanted to get out to California. He thought it would find all the happiness in the world. So he's like, "Even if it means California, I'm going." And I just thought that was the coolest song idea, even if it means California. So I wrote the song and I sent it to him. I was like, "This song's for you." I just kind of made it up a little bit, yeah, he moved. I think he's in Portland now, so California didn't work out. But fun song to write, no doubt. Even if it means California and leaving everything behind, I think you better go now. You got so much more to find, thinking back when you told me when that your life was better in California. The things I've never told you, like love was chasing you, things I've never showed you. Someday I'll promise to, everything's gonna make a change. Everything's gonna find a way to turn around and come back again, just never knowing when. Tell me what you wanna do. You never know, I'm gonna follow you down the coast into the bay. I might even stay in California. In California. I would not have to phone you. I'd be right there with you, soaking up the sun. Like Californians do, my, everything feels fine. With you in the sweet sunshine, ain't gonna make no plans. I hope you understand. Tell me what you wanna do. You never know, I'm gonna follow you all the way to LA. I might even stay in California. Everything'll be fine. You'll enjoy looking at the Hollywood sign. I'll even catch you smiling, 'cause you know that you're home. Your home's in California, but you were born in Minnesota. But you're out in California. Thank you, friends and neighbors, so much. This has been so much fun. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Michael.
Lance, one of the things about the United Church of Christ is we say that we follow a still speaking God. And I'm going to say that you're a theologian. That part of what you put together is kindness. You put together ways to live. And hasn't this been a great evening? And I would say, Paul, you're a theologian. Ryan, well, I'm not so sure about Ryan. But, and we also proclaim and hope to believe that our task is to love neighbor, love children, and love creation. All right, next week is our last concert. This was a great evening, and the music was wonderful, and be generous. What? It's after 5, isn't it? Ooh. Ice cream sundaes. All right. Yeah. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
And you know, and I really mean that. I mean, I just, almost every song, there's a theological, there's a story in it that calls us to life.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm a chaser of kindness and love and putting people, together. I love watching acts of kindness. I don't know if they spark. Somebody does something so.
My only regret is that you forget to.
Oh, I could the eyes.
Yeah.
Eyes. They speak volumes.
So what is it that you're doing with all these cables?
They have little notches in them.
Oh,
so they're
okay.
missing like string.
Supporting Kaiser. Kaiser Cable Company.
I had the opportunity, it's been probably 16 years ago, where I played some shows with a guy that did that, and he was sponsored by Kaiser Cable. It was Justin.
I've never seen that.
He's in Colorado now. He was from Minneapolis, and he was doing a lot of shows down there. And I hosted him at my house for a house concert. And so he gave me a workshop on them, and I bought them from him. It was kind of, I was scared to death of them, but
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Trace Levy?
no. Okay. Trace Sunday. Okay.
He's in Colorado.
Okay.
Boulder, a lot of tapping, looping, a lot of multiple cables. He's got a fair song live at Boulder. Denver. I saw it was a small club. He had 5 cables on his guitar. And he's playing his guitar, and he's one of 200 people in this club. Playing his guitar, and there's a mesmerist full, both sides, tapping, all sorts of stuff. And about 2 minutes into the song, the cable goes flying. What's this cable? He's still playing. And he just keeps going like that. I said, and then another one. I said, what are the chances? They're popping off. They're popping off. And I realized he's